Keith Gordon, who is a leading tax barrister to be found at Temple Tax Chambers. He's been involved in some of the most high-profile cases of many years. Joins me now. Good to have you on, sir. If you were able to put questions to Angela Rayner or her legal team, what would you be seeking to find out? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Good to speak to you again. What questions would I ask Angela? I have no idea. This is
What would this turn on as regards any potential criminality or financial wrongdoing? What were we going to turn on, Keith?
I guess if I were her advisor, I would say, where were you living on any particular date? What were you doing there? Where could you also have been living on any other particular date? And try to get a balance as to which of two particular properties was your main home. Because the rules which we're looking at were invented 59 years ago to the week. And the world in 1965...
Only Keith Gordon would have that level of detail to the week, but do go on, Keith.
It was Jim Callaghan, his budget as Chancellor in 1965, and the rules came into effect on the 6th of April 1965. So I'm hoping my mental arithmetic is correct.
It will be.
The world was very different in 1965, and whether there's a class issue here, it was all very well for the landed gentry to have more than one home, but not northern members of the Labour Party. I don't know.
What are the aspects as regards CGT, capital gains tax, here?
OK, I'll try to summarise the rules at about 7 stages. If you have only one home, then you don't have to pay any capital gains tax when you sell it at a profit. That's the easy rule. An English person's home is his or her castle. If you have more than one home, then the exemption applies to what is considered to be your main home. It's not always easy to decide which of two particular properties is your main home, because you might be there on the weekdays and the other one on weekends. So the rules allow you to nominate a particular home to be your main home. And once you've nominated a home, you can then flip it between the two all the way through your period of ownership. And the legislation says you can choose which of your homes is your main home. But then you've got a further complexity, which probably is another example of where the rules have not caught up with real life. If Ms. Rayner and her then boyfriend, partner, whatever you wish to call it, had separate homes, they could each claim the exemption on their own homes. But as soon as they married, then from the date of marriage onwards, only one of those homes could count as their main home, even if it was the home that the other one owned.
Irrespective of how much time the person spent in the other one, because as you rightly say, sadly, we live in a time when marriages break down, so it is not unknown for people to take up with each other. Even if you only spend one day a month in what was your home and you're spending most of your time with your new partner, that would still count.
Well, this is where the rules are very unclear. If you take them literally, then spending one night somewhere probably doesn't constitute your main home. But it could also be, well, what's the address registered for the local doctor, etc. There could be a qualitative as well as a quantitative analysis. That's why the rules are unclear, which is why they actually allow you to nominate a home, because it's sometimes difficult to determine which should be your main home. So if we pull that all together, it's not easy. The big story is not that the deputy leader of the opposition might have made a tax mistake, is that the tax rules are complicated and need reforming. But if she got advice, that almost certainly eliminates any criminality. I suspect you couldn't even say that she's been careless, even if she has made a mistake. I don't know whether she's made a mistake. I'm not going to comment on whether she's made a mistake. But the rules are complex, counterintuitive, and almost, if there is one criticism I'll have of them, they set up traps for the unwary.